Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'll be showing you how to make this irregular shape skirt. I'll be showing you how to draft and how to sew it from starting to finish. Big shout out to all our subscribers. Thank you so much. God bless you. Come along and let's begin. So I'll be using this fabric to make the skirt. I'm going to keep it aside and we'll be working on our pattern paper. So the first thing you do is to draft your basic skirt pattern. So you take your waist, divide by 4, your hip, divide by 4, and the part you want the design of the skirt to start from or where to stop. Okay, so I divided my waist and I marked my waist measurement, then inserted my hip depth and also mark the hip measurement on the hip depth. Okay, so it's just basically drafting your basic skirt pattern. So I marked my hip depth and I marked my hip measurement. After marking it, I added 1 inch to it. Then I went and connected the waist to the hip. That was the first thing I did. And also I marked my waist to above the knee, so that was 19 inches, and I connected it. So for the waist above the knee, you use your round above knee, divide by 4, but that's if you want it to be fitted on that hip area. Okay, if you don't want it to be fitted on the hip area, there's no need to do it this way. You can just connect from the hip down straight down to the round above knee. Okay, but because I want it to be shaped on that hip area, I had to connect it that way. So connected the hip. Then when you are done, this is what you have. I'm going to just connect the lines so that you're able to see it. Then I'm doing the same thing for the waistline. So this is basically it, right? So we've gotten our waist to around above knee. So I'm going to mark 5 inches, or it depends on how you want it to be. So you can mark 5 inches, you can mark 6 inches, you can just mark where you want the design to start from your hip. I went ahead and I marked 3 inches. So I marked 3 inches on it and I had to draw a straight line so that I'll be able to use it as a guide. Earlier when drafting the pattern, I folded the pattern paper into so that I will have a full front or back skirt pattern. Okay, so that's why it is full front pattern. So now I want to mark where I want the irregular shape to start and where to begin. So I'm going to get the side. For the side, I went in by 1.5 inches, and on the bottom I use same 1.5 inches. Then I went to the bottom of the part that I stopped because we are going to start from there, and I mark 1.5 inches, and on the up I marked 3 inches. Can you see what I'm doing? So you can decide to do different designs for yours. Okay, so you can make it a triangular shape, you can make it a U shape. It all depends on how you want it to be. Okay, so I went ahead and I did the same thing. I just went ahead and used my hand to freestyle the connection. Okay, so that was basically what I did to get the shape that I needed. So this is the shape, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out. Can you see the part that I cut out? Then I have to reduce it to make it shorter. Then when I was done cutting it out, I had to make it a triangular shape because I noticed the skirt has that V shape on it, on that inner part that was connected. So I went ahead and I connected it again to make it have that V triangular shape that it has on the skirt. The inspiration behind today's tutorial. So after cutting it out, I went ahead and placed the pattern on my fabric and I cut out front and back. Okay, so cutting out front and back means I'm not going to add zipper allowance on it, and also we'll be using elastic. But if you are using a zip on that central front for the back, you have to cut your zipper allowance, okay? But if you are not using zip, there's no need for you to do that. So I went ahead and I removed the pin, and I'm going to show you how it looks. This is it after cutting. This is how it looks. Can you see it? It has the shape already that I needed. So you are going to take the front, and you are going to take the back, and you are going to place it together. So after placing it together, we are going to stitch it up. So you stitch the two sides together and stop at the part the irregular shape begins, okay? So that's what you are going to do. You place it and you stitch both sides together. So after stitching it, we are going to attach the gathers to the bottom part of the skirt. So stitch the two sides together, and I'm showing you what to do next. I've stitched the sides together, and this is what I have. Can you see it? So we are going to now take the gathers and we are going to attach it to it. So you'll be stitching it round. So this is the fabric that I have, the leftover fabric, and I cut out 16 inches. So it all depends on how wide and how long you want it to be. So I took the leftover fabric and I joined it together. So basically what I have was very, very long, but at the end, after finishing the tutorial, I could not get exactly what I needed because the fabric wasn't enough, okay? So you have to gather it. If you are advised while making this sketch, you should use up to like 4 yards of fabric, because it will be very nice when you are done. The gathers is going to reflect a lot on it, okay? So I've gone ahead and I've gathered the bottom part that will be attaching. So after gathering it, I'm going to start pinning it up so that I will attach it to the skirt, okay? So you pin it and you attach it. You can attach from the side, you can attach from any part you choose to attach it from. So you attach it. After pinning it round, take it to your sewing machine and stitch. So that's what I'm going to do. I went ahead and I pinned it round. After pinning it, I took it to the sewing machine and stitched it up, and I'm going to show you how it looks after stitching. This is it after stitching. I will advise that while making yours, so that you'll be able to see the design, I advise you use a plain fabric, because after stitching mine, I realized that I could not even see the design I needed on the skirt on this fabric. It was really, really difficult to actually get to see the design, but this is it actually. So for the elastic, I folded the upper part of the skirt into two. So you fold it, first folding, then you are going to flip it up this way. So after you folded the first folding and you flip it up, you are going to start stitching it round. So you stitch it round, but you have to give an opening, okay? So while you start stitching, give like 1 inch opening so that you'll be able to pass the elastic through it, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. After stitching, I went ahead and I cut out the elastic. So the waist was 34 inches and I went ahead and I cut out 29 inches because the elastic was really, really stretchy. I cut out 29 inches and I used my pin to insert it on the skirt. After inserting it, I went ahead to join the elastic together. Then I close up the opening that I gave earlier. So do the same thing for yours. After stitching everything and inserting the elastic, I'm going to show you how it looks when I'm done. This is it after stitching. This is the waist and this is how it looks. So I went ahead and I joined the hem, and this is how it looks. Thank you so much guys for watching today's tutorial. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed. God bless you and have a great day. Bye guys.